Hey guys, thanks for cooking with Tammy. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious New York style cheesecake. So with that being said guys, let's get started. The ingredients that we're going to need are 6 tablespoons of butter, 12 graham crackers, 2 pounds or 2 16-ounce containers of cream cheese, 1 can of your favorite fruit topping, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 3 room temperature large eggs, as well as 1 room temperature egg yolk, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice as well as a pinch of lemon zest, a pinch of salt, and 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. For our utensils, we're going to need a rolling pin or a wooden kitchen mallet, as well as a 9x3 spring foam pan, aluminum foil, a spatula, as well as a handheld mixer or stand mixer. But for the purpose of this video, I've decided to use a handheld mixer because I want you guys to be able to see the texture of the cream cheese as I'm whipping it. Alrighty guys, we're going to start by melting the butter. And while the butter is melting, we're going to work on the graham crackers. Using either a rolling pin or a wooden kitchen mallet, we're going to break the graham crackers into very small pieces. I started off using the rolling pin, but it just wasn't working for me. So I decided to use the wooden kitchen mallet. And that, my friends, got the job done very quickly. After all of the graham crackers are crushed into itty bitty pieces, adding the melted butter to the graham crackers and using our fingers, we're going to combine the graham crackers and the butter together. And the consistency that we're looking for is somewhat of wet sand. If by any chance you're mixing and you realize that the consistency of the graham crackers and the butter doesn't feel like wet sand, definitely add a little bit more melted butter. Now that our graham crackers are ready, we're going to transfer the graham crackers into our spring foam pan. Using our hands, we're going to press the crackers down into the pan. Be sure to bring the graham crackers up along the sides of the pan as well. Taking 2 pieces of aluminum foil, be sure to wrap the spring foam pan with aluminum foil. This would protect your oven from any spillage. While the crust is in the oven baking, we're going to move on to making our cheesecake filling. Using a low setting, we're going to mix the cream cheese until it's really light and fluffy. And the reason why we're using a low setting is to prevent any air from getting into the cream cheese. Because we're using a low setting, it may take the cream cheese a little bit longer to break down. However, just keep on mixing. Eventually, the texture is going to be what we're looking for. That's why it's really important for the cream cheese to be room temperature. So it's been about 8 to 10 minutes and the crust is finished baking. 2 keys to know when the crust is finished. You would definitely smell a nice aroma, or the edges around the crust would turn slightly brown. While allowing the crust to cool for about 5 to 10 minutes, this should give me enough time to continue working on my cheesecake filling. And as you can see guys, the texture of the cream cheese has changed a lot. The texture is much smoother and creamier, and this is definitely what we're looking for. If you find that the mixture is on the side of the bowl, be sure to use your spatula to push everything back into the middle of the bowl. Now that the sugar and the cream cheese is well incorporated, I'm going to add 1 egg at a time, making sure that it's well incorporated before adding another. Adding another egg, I'm going to continue adding all of the eggs one at a time until all of them are added. Using the spatula once more to make sure that everything is incorporated. Now that everything is combined, I'm going to add the all-purpose flour to the mixture while continuing to mix. I'm also going to add the lemon juice, lemon zest, pinch of salt, and last but not least, the pure vanilla extract, giving it a final mix to assure that all of the ingredients are combined. Looking closely, guys, as you can see, the consistency and texture of this cheesecake filling is not only thick, but it's creamy and silky in texture. And this is definitely the texture that we were trying to achieve. Adding the cheesecake mixture to the crust. Using a spatula, be sure to scrape the bowl out thoroughly. Using my spatula, I'm going to smooth out the cheesecake filling and make sure everything is leveled evenly. I'm going to place the cheesecake into my preheated 450-degree oven, allowing it to bake for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I'm going to turn the temperature of the oven down to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point in time, I'm going to allow the cheesecake to bake for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. And here's the thing, guys, at no point in time should you open the oven. Once the cheesecake is finished baking, you're going to turn the oven off, and most importantly, keep the door closed, allowing the cheesecake to sit in the oven for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, open the door slightly and allow the cheesecake to sit in the oven for an additional 15 minutes. After all of that, guys, I know it's a lot, but this way would definitely assure the best results. Taking the cheesecake out of the oven, allow it to rest on a cool surface before placing the cheesecake into the refrigerator overnight. And the reason why we're doing this is to prevent the cheesecake from cracking. As the cheesecake cools, it's going to shrink, which would make it easier when it comes time to removing it from the springform pan. Guys, as you can see, this cheesecake is absolutely gorgeous. And most importantly, there isn't a single crack in this cheesecake, guys. Oh my goodness. There's nothing else left to say besides let's get some topping on this cheesecake. I chose to use the cherry topping, but feel free to use any topping you desire. As always, guys, thanks for cooking with Tammy. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to stay updated with all of my latest videos, and most of all, from my family to yours, enjoy!